Hello, my name is Boris. I'm Chief Economist at Planet Retail, the global retail analysis group. I'm joined today at the World Retail Congress 2014 in Paris by Muwaffaq Jamal, the CEO of Panda. Muwaffaq, thanks very much for joining. That's a big pleasure. Now, your company, Panda, is a supermarket group that operates over 260 stores, mainly in Saudi Arabia. You're the market leader with almost 9% market share. Would you like to explain to the audience what your business does?
Sure. Panda is the number one grocery food retail business in Saudi, with expansion plans within the region. We have a multi-format strategy. We trade out of three formats currently: hypermarkets, supermarkets, and convenience formats. And we are on the innovation front all the time, exploring other formats as we go along. The size of the market in Saudi alone is in excess of 140 billion riyals. Being number one at 8.9% still promises with high levels of growth opportunities.
And it's obvious that some of your most important and most successful stores are located in the biggest cities of Saudi Arabia. What's your take on the tier 2 and tier 3 cities of the country?
The country is big, but unfortunately it is mostly deserts, so the population is concentrated in main metropolitans. We have been penetrating the secondary cities, and we started that in 2007. In 2013, we started penetrating the third-tier cities, or the tertiary cities as we call them, and we are playing a major role in reversing the migration from tertiary cities to the main metropolitans backwards.
And when you expand to the second tier and the tertiary cities of Saudi Arabia, then you're often the only modern stores in town, aren't you?
Almost all the time, yes.
That's very interesting. And now, looking abroad, for around 7 years, you've been operating in Dubai as well. Have you got any plans for further expansion into the region?
We are exploring other opportunities. We're currently exploring further expansion in UAE, as well as evaluating expansion into Egypt.
Right, and why Egypt? And probably, I assume you would be opening a store in Cairo. And how are you making this choice? In the Western media, the region comes across as slightly unstable. What's your view of that?
We have been evaluating the Egyptian market for the past 3 to 5 years, even before the turmoil took place. Currently, the indicators that are coming out from the Egyptian market are very good and very promising. And we thought this is the right time to go in order for us to capture the growth opportunity as it materializes.
That's interesting. So there's always a call for Western observers of the markets to reflect on their perception in terms of stability. Now, you at Panda are one of the biggest representatives of grocery private label. What's your experience with that in this very brand-conscious market?
The local customers in Saudi specifically are very much branded, so the private label opportunity is very small. Our success in private label has been built on the brand equity of Panda, because we have always branded it as Panda, and it has gained good market share, as we say. The other part that is helping the private label in our business is its price positioning. The local customers are very much price sensitive and promo driven, and whenever we put the private label on promo, it takes over the number one position within the category.
Mm-hmm. Now, in Europe, all the young people have got smartphones now. Do you see a new kind of consumer coming up in the Middle East?
Oh, it's even beating the numbers that are being published in Europe. Saudi Arabia is the number one internet penetration country in the world. It is the number one country in the YouTube downloads. We have customers in our stores that are checking prices on their mobiles through the net. And going forward, we are gearing up to cater for such customers. The population of Saudi is 50% below 20 years of age, and they are forming a major changing force in the shopping experience.
Now, as you expand your grocery business across Saudi Arabia, what you really need is growth and improvement of infrastructure as well. That's roads, that's energy, that's education, and increasingly that's going to be technical infrastructure in terms of telephony. And what would be your call to policymakers? What sort of support would you want to see?
So far it has been very good. So the main metropolitans are very much established in terms of infrastructure and services. The secondary cities are catching up very quickly. The third tier cities are lagging behind. The investments that are being made by the Saudi government in the different levels of cities are huge, and the infrastructure projects are unbelievable. They are the highest in the world. And I believe in due course, if we continue focusing in Saudi on these investments, the opportunities for growth in the retail sector are going to be outstanding.
Right, thank you. So last question, what are you expecting from the World Retail Congress? What experience are you making here?
It has always been a great experience to participate in the World Retail Congress. We have learned a lot. We always pick up new ideas and new innovations and understand where the market is going. And going back home from here is going to be rich of experiences that we will be in place to materialize soon.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. That was our interview with Muwaffaq Jamal, CEO of Panda, the market leader in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you.